Guys, welcome back to the channel. One thing that I've been really experimenting with lately, as we get bigger units, some people even adding 2 units to batteries, 2 LVS34 transducers, 2 black boxes, 2 units to run 2 transducers. As this thing progresses more and more, the one thing that we are going to always have problems with is power. So what I have been doing is doing a little experiment on something, and I have found through a little bit of experiment and actually through night fishing that by just simply dropping your backlight on your units, how much it affects power. Now what I've done was I didn't charge my battery, my lithium batteries that I run my LVS34 and my unit off of, because I wanted to give you, I didn't want to do it on a hot battery. I wanted to do it on a battery, that's got a few hours of fishing on it to show you, because it more accurately represents what it's like when you're out there fishing after a few hours, because everything works fine on a hot battery. So let's take a look at it and dive in. And I think I've got something, and some people have probably figured this out, but it's just something that can help you get a little bit more time on your batteries, and therefore you get a little bit more time on the water. Let's go. All right, guys, the way you get into this is push your power button one time, and it'll bring up this option. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop it all the way to 0 to show you that there's not much change between 0 and about 85, which I have kind of decided on is the kind of the optimal number for getting the most out of it. And then what I've also noticed is there's not much difference between 85 and 100 in actual backlight, even in the bright sunshine. As we get to the point where you can't see your amber, you'll notice that that's when I switch over to moss or even blue, depending on what I'm trying to do for that day. But notice the volts right here. I raised it from 0, which was about 12.5, 12.6. And I put it on 100. Now this is a battery which I went fishing with. I haven't put it on charge, so it's nearing 2/3 of the use of the actual cycle. But notice the voltage, how hard it pulls down on that battery. That's a lot of pull. So what I've got to, and I noticed this when I was night fishing, as I wanted to drop down the backlight to kind of help your eyes where it's not so bright at night. When I would drop it down to about 85, I would still see be able to see the screen fine, and I even dropped it down to 50% at night some too. But notice the voltage. See how it climbed back up 0.3, and even I think it even comes up 0.4 and maybe even 0.5 volts. That's a lot. So that's a lot of extended usage, being able to use your unit and a little bit longer, stay out there a little longer. And now watch, I went right back to 100. Now notice those volts again, 12.3, 12.2. It's just really pulling hard on your batteries. Now I know a lot of people would say, go out and get a bigger battery. That's not always an option for everybody. I do suggest going out and getting a lithium battery that is completely dedicated to your Livescope and your units, and keep them fresh, clean power. That's not always possible for everyone, so you have to learn to play with what you have. Use the tools you have until you can afford to purchase a bigger battery or a stronger battery, or even go from lead acid to lithium. But even this battery, which is lithium, you notice that when you put it on 85, you get the maximum efficiency. So guys, I hope this helps you out, and I hope this gets you a few more hours on the water. All right, guys, how did you like that? That's just something that we can do to help extend out our usage, and therefore extend out our time on the water. We're always searching for the little things. It's just like, say, NASCAR or fishing. It's the fine details that are going to keep you out there catching fish just a little bit longer, and that'll keep you, making a few more casts, and that may get that bigger fish in your boat. But before we go, I want to bring a few things up. Sorry, I want to bring a few things up. As far as the hats go, I'm still waiting on my lady. She's got that part. We're looking at the 1st of September to finish up the hat raffle, and when that happens, I have 3 orders right now that I have on hold. I have not deposited the money for 3 hats, and then we have a few more hats to sell, and then we're going to do our 25 the 25 hat raffle for a free Livescope Masterclass or on the water class, whichever one you may choose. That's up to you. If you're close and you win that, amazing deal. But also, I had a few comments, and I want to talk about it. People saying, it seems I push my Livescope Masterclass. I do. I've spent a lot of time on this class, and a lot of time, and I do it because it's something I really enjoy doing. I enjoy doing the on the water classes. I enjoy doing the master class. It was a blast. And what we're going to be able to do is bring you more things. The more of these units I can sell, the more time I can also devote to doing this. This is what I truly love. And eventually, I'm hoping that if enough of these units sell, enough of the masterclass units sell, that I'll be able to do this full time possibly one day, maybe in the next year or two. I want to bring a few things to note also. Chatty boys, when you purchase a unit, you can also use the GG722 code on certain items, and I'll tag that video below of all the items that you're able to get and buy. But here's what's crazy. Here's something a little extra. Chad is also going to throw in a 10% discount on the Livescope Masterclass if you purchase one of those eligible items or any Livescope item off of his chattyboys.com. That's really something really awesome. We've got a lot of things in the works. Remember, we're going to have a master technique class coming out at the end of this month, 1st of September. It depends on this weather. We have got a relentless rain. The people at Lake Fork know that we needed this rain. The lake was 7 foot low, and I think it's come up almost a foot overnight, or close to. I don't know the specs. I have to check it. I've just seen some pages reporting of almost a foot rise. So we could use that. Lake Fork could use it. A lot of lakes around here are almost dry. We needed this rain as bad as much as we need to go. I love to go fishing, but we need some rain too. That's wonderful. So guys, don't give up on the hat deal. That's why I talk about the master class a lot. I'm trying to get it out there. We're trying to change how classes and things are done. No other class offers a class that when you buy it, it never goes out of, it never loses relevancy. You always able to see updated videos, feedback. With the feedback you provide me, gets me added on videos. And there's always going to be something on there. We're going to do some stuff with the Garmin Force, where it adds into your fish finders and things like that. We're doing a lot, and we're going to continue to do a lot, and we're going to continue to add that on a monthly basis. So guys, if you haven't signed up for the free 5 classes, do so. I'm going to put that link in the description below. You get 5 free classes and able to take a look at some of the items in the masterclass to see if you like them. And then if you like them, at the end, we're going to give you $50 off. And a free, they have a class on Waypoint TV where it talks about all the knots, and it gives videos on all the demonstrations of how to tie all the knots. You're going to get that free. That's amazing. So guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for listening to my little rant. But as a whole, I got to say that our page on Facebook and our group on YouTube, our group on Facebook and our page on YouTube is the best. But also I want to tell you something else before I let you go. Check out Max Gordon at MG Marine Tech. A lot of the stuff that I can't answer, he can. And together we have pretty much got it all covered. There's some other great pages out there. Kansas Angling Experience does a great job too, and things like that. So, but Max Gordon and me, we pretty much got it all handled. If there ain't a video if there ain't a subject out there that we don't have a video made, you let us know and we'll get one made on it. But guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Ring the bell.